Alright guys, in this video I'm going to discuss the results of my hair transplant after 4 years. Yes, it's been 4 years since I had this life-changing, life-transforming surgery. So let's get right to it. So I know this video won't be that shocking for you guys because, as you guys know, I've been posting way more on YouTube Shorts. So anybody that's been like a curious looky-loo has been able to see the progress of my hair up to this point. But this is an actual long-form video specifically talking about my hair transplant results that I got at HMR in Tijuana. And as you guys can tell, it still looks amazing. It looks better than ever, if anything. It's still, like I say, movie star quality. If you've never seen any of my hair transplant videos, go ahead and look at them so you can see the past results. But here's a photo of how I used to look. Actually, this photo is of the day of the transplant, like at 6:45 in the morning, right before I had my first hair transplant. Now, I've had 2 of them, and so this is the result of 2 of them. So I had one 4 years ago, then I had my second one 3 years ago, and now I haven't done anything since, and these are the results. So right now I have product in my hair. There's really good lighting here in my studio, and that's how it looks. Honestly, I have noticed no loss of any of the hair grafts. Everything, if anything, it looks thicker and better. Like right now, it has that wet look. So if anything, this should look, you know, thin, and this doesn't look thin at all. This looks pretty nice, and yeah. So I'll run my hands through it and talk more. So I just had my hair cut last week, like a few days ago, and I told my barber to use a 1 on the sides and back, you know, specifically because that's the look I want to have from now on for a bit, and I wanted to show you guys how it looks when you use a 1. So this is how it looks from this side, which is my left side. This is how it looks on the back, and this is how it looks on my right side. It's like I'm a human on a turntable. Actually, it's a swivel chair. All right, so now let's do that hand test. I'm gonna run my hands through this luscious, black, beautiful, thick hair. Thank you, HMR. Thank you, Dr. Cortez. Thank you, Fred Riley, for finding HMR for me and for countless others. So there you go. Puffing it up. This is like natural, you know. My fingers are like natural hairbrush. Or natural comb. A natural comb. Do I even know how to speak English? Alright, so now I'm using this, which is the proper hair salon way to do things. And yeah, look at that. It's like, it's just puffy and nice, and no complaints here. There's like nothing to say. Like I keep making these videos every year and it's like there's nothing to say, just that it looks fabulous. And it's like, it makes me sound like some kind of narcissist, but I'm sorry, I have like really beautiful results. I'm not taking any medicine, no finasteride. I'm just like healthy living, working out every day, make my own food, and I handle my stress very differently than when I lost my hair. And I know some of you are like, oh, this is where Moises starts talking about the magical thinking and the woo-woo thinking and the no-fap. But whatever, you believe whatever you want. I'm telling you what works for me. So now I'll just talk about my mental process about the hair transplant. So for me, this was the best money I ever spent in my life. Like, no trip can compare to this. No clothing, no jewelry I ever bought can compare to the confidence-building powers of the hair transplant. Because if you guys know, I lost a lot of weight and I transformed my body as soon as I transformed my hairline, or HMR transformed it, better said. But my life started changing, and you know, I went from living in Northern California to now I'm living in LA. I'm trying to be well, I am an influencer, and I'm even walking red carpets. That's no joke. Here's the photo. But my life is changing, and for the better. So could that be you too? Yeah. Anything that increases a man's confidence will increase his value, right? And the abilities of the things he thinks he's capable of doing. So if you're on the fence about getting a hair transplant, I say go for it. If you can afford it, do it. If you can't afford to do it in the United States, do it in Tijuana. Do it at HMR. And is HMR paying me to say these things? No, they haven't paid me a dime to say nice things about them. I'm just telling you guys the truth. You know, they really helped me, and I have like no complaints. I only have like praise for them. And also my results aren't like, you know, the 1 in 1,000. No, because I know personally other guys that went to HMR after I went, and they also got good results after just one hair transplant. And most of the guys that go after the first hair transplant, they want to go back. And a lot of them haven't because, you know, the pandemic, you know, messed up everybody's plans in life. But in a universe where the pandemic never happened, a bunch of them would have already been back. And this is why, because they just do good work. I know when I went to HMR, there was like a little waiting list, but it wasn't that long. I think I waited like 3 weeks from when I contacted them to when I got my appointment. That was 4 years ago. Now HMR is like famous thanks to Fred Riley, me, and a bunch of the other guys that went right after me. And their waiting list, I think, is like a few months now. So, and with good reason, you know, you get good quality work. So, so are there cheaper places in Tijuana where you can get a hair transplant? Yes, there are. But do you really want to go to the cheapest place in Tijuana, or do you want to go to the best place? Like, is there really anything to think about here? Because guys, we're talking about you. We're talking about your body. Like, you honestly want to, you know, be cheap when it comes to your own precious body and your looks? It's like, would you go to Tijuana and be like, yeah, I want filet mignon, but I want to go to the restaurant that has the cheapest price filet mignon? And it's like, do you really want to do that? Or do you want to go to a restaurant that has maybe a slightly higher priced filet mignon, but you know it's guaranteed good? Because I'm telling you, and a bunch of other reviews are telling you, it's like, is saving those $10 in the price of the filet mignon really worth it? Especially when it's something so permanent like a hair transplant. Oh, you guys probably want to know how I look in like real daylight too. It's like here under these perfect conditions, everything might look too perfect, right? Well, let's go on my balcony. There's not direct sunlight, but there's like real light. So let's go. All right, guys, here I am out in natural light, daylight. And as you can see, the results look pretty good out here too. Run my hands through it. Very nice and fluffy. No camera tricks, no special effects. Just a crazy guy entertaining you. Oh yeah, so I haven't gotten any PRP treatment since before the pandemic. So I think the January before the pandemic, that was the last time I had PRP injections. Since then, I haven't done anything special to my hair. Like, I just eat healthy, like I said, and I take care of myself. So, so yeah, so if you're gonna ask me any advice on how to keep your hair, that's what I'm gonna tell you. Hey, eat healthy, manage your stress, and yeah, and don't stress out about your hair transplant. Like, some of you get the hair transplant and then you're like counting every little hair, every little shaft. Well, you know what? The more you obsess about it, the more hair you're gonna lose. You just gotta set it and forget it. You know, it's like you pay the money, get the procedure done, and then you just wait. You know, it's like putting seeds in the ground, and then you just wait, and you gotta be patient. And you gotta go through the ugly duckling phase, and before you know it, you're a big, beautiful swan, a hairy swan. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you like watching shorts, because I'm just focusing on short form videos from now on, and they're comedic, and yes, they're tailored to the gay community. And if you're into that, subscribe. You'll love them. You'll love them. I'm really funny. All right, bye.